At the Bridge Church on Sunday, we were in our second sermon on this series on the letters from Jesus in Revelation 2 and 3. And so we actually looked at the first letter, which it was to the city of Ephesus, to the Christians in Ephesus. And we talked about the context of this letter, that Ephesus was this incredibly important, prominent city, and that this church in this city had been led by some of the most prominent people in first century Christianity. And Jesus dictates this letter, and it's full of praise, it's full of affirmation. There's so many things about this church that are so good, so worthy of being affirmed. And then right in the middle of this letter, we get this surprising statement where Jesus says, "Yet I have this thing against you, that you have forsaken your first love." Talked about how surprising that was, that despite everything else going on, there's this one thing that Jesus says, hey, you don't have this, and because of that, I'm going to take your lampstand from your midst. And a lot of us go, that's not fair, Jesus. We got 9 out of 10 right. We got 1 wrong, and you're just going to cancel the whole thing? But we said that one thing, that first love, is actually the foundation. It's what undergirds all of the other stuff. It's the love for God and the love that God has for us. And if you miss that, if you lose that primary love, God's love for us and our love for Him, then it's only a matter of time before everything else fades away. It's kind of like this huge building behind me. You look at it and it looks impressive, it looks big, but what if you could just kind of rip the foundations out from it, like one of those magicians who rips the tablecloth out? You know, the building might still be standing, but as soon as a wind came or there was a storm or any kind of tremor, the whole thing would come crumbling down, because no matter how impressive it looked, it was missing its foundation. It's so crucial that as individuals and as the church, we maintain our first love, that love for the Lord is vibrant, that it's alive, that we have that joyful, deep relationship with Him. So my one question for you as you think about this, as you talk about this sermon, is where are you at in terms of your first love? And is there any need for it to be restored?